welcome to the Belows Constructions Halloween special. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Lloyd. You gonna keep pulling them bells? No.
We're filming this live in a church.
We are. Yes.
Lloyd is ringing the bell. Lloyd, do you want to come down now? He can't hear us.
Come on, Lloyd. Come on down. Hang on a second. He's flying down.
We've got quite an infestation.
Unless you've already guessed, yes, Lloyd is actually controlling the sound effects today.
Worst mistake we've ever made.
Yep.
Not that bad.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see about that. Right. Yeah. So Halloween special. We're going to be doing it particularly spooky themes. Today we're going to be talking about some spooky stuff. What Lloyd thinks about some spooky stuff. What Courtney thinks about spooky stuff as well. You remember, this isn't all about Lloyd. Don't give him the. Yeah. Don't give him. Yeah.
So badly.
Yeah. It's not all about
He
you,
doesn't
Lloyd.
deserve
Sorry. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. So we're all going to discuss about what we think of Halloween, what we think of trick or treating, parties, what people dress up as well, and we have a little surprise feature as well about something that Lloyd has actually brought to the studio today. So that's all left to come.
All coming up on the show.
Al Lewis's grandpa.
Herman, what's his name? Just call him Herman Munster.
And Herman Munster.
He's the real guy. Fred Gwynn!
Okay, so we're gonna
Spooky.
after. I know you're all pretty much on your
on the edge of your
now,
seats now.
sweating.
Haunted podcast.
But we're gonna let's get this show on the road. So, let's start with it. Trick or treating. What do we think of trick or treating? Is it really trick or treating anymore? Because everyone just tends to just give out the sweets, don't they? Really, there's no real trick, is there?
I participated in a trick once.
I do.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, you were being tricked, or you?
No, I was
Right.
a tricker.
Okay. What did that? What did that entail?
It's by a house that lives nearby me. Hopefully they won't be listening. Chances are high they won't be listening, you know.
Yeah, because we've only got 25 bloody viewers.
25 haunted viewers.
And I say viewers, I mean listeners.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Yeah, cheers, Lloyd.
and a single werewolf.
Yeah, and a single werewolf.
But yeah, I can't remember the exact reason why we did it. In fact, I think they gave us sweets. I just think we were fairly malicious that night, but
So wait, did you go to their house and you did the trick on them, or did
yeah,
they
we said
come
trick or treat, knocked on the door, trick or treat. We didn't say trick or treat before they opened the door.
Happy Halloween, all that jazz?
No, just we wanted sweets basically.
You give me some sweets.
Sweets or no sweets.
Sweet. Sweet. Brilliant.
Hosted by Noel Edmonds. And they opened the door. I think they actually did give us sweets, but then we decided to go home and get some toilet roll and throw it all over their trees. And the man who owned the house came out shouting and grabbed my friend, and he called the police on him. Good times. And I was at
That's
court.
crazy.
Yep.
I always think it's funny when you go to and you're doing trick or treating and you go to one house and they've ran out of sweets, so they give you money. And you know what? I think it'd be so much better if you got if you had £1 for every house that you went to.
£1?
A pound, yeah.
Are you taking the friendship? They give you like 2p. Well, they do round here.
Tuppence.
A tuppence?
I wouldn't settle for tuppence.
Demand.
I demand.
I can
at
see
least
more
that-
money in your bloody tray next to your door. Let me in. I'll have some.
Or take the flowers off their garden.
50p's your minimum.
Yeah. Well, Lloyd, you're being very quiet today. Are you scared?
He's scared. He's terrified.
He's terrified this time of the year. Lloyd
He's
really
finally
is-
got down from the bell tower.
For those of you who don't actually know Lloyd that well, me and Courtney can honestly tell you, he's a terrified little soul.
Yes.
A very emotional,
He's a shaky
passionate.
fellow, isn't he?
Yes,
Little shaker.
little shaker, shaking like a leaf,
He's
as they say.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, those
oh,
crows.
God, those bloody sparrows are back.
Yeah, exactly. So, Lloyd,
Mm.
Halloween.
Question time.
Question time. Halloween.
Right.
What do you think about Halloween? Would you class it as a holiday, so to speak?
Well,
Um,
I don't really know where it began.
It's not a holiday.
How do you
don't
think?
sunbathe on patios.
How do you think Halloween began?
I reckon. Farmers grow pumpkins.
Right.
And
Okay.
Not just farmers.
Nobody else in the world.
The farmers
can
knew
grow
the
a
secret of the
pumpkin
pumpkins.
because
That's how it all started.
yeah, right. Okay.
I reckon.
Go on.
He grew some pumpkins and
Who?
the farmer.
Oh. The farmer?
So one farmer,
The farmer. It's been passed down
Raymond
generations.
Farmer.
Tracker.
I reckon he saw something, like he thought it was a ghost or something,
Right.
and it stole one of his.
This is so in
Pumpkins.
detail. You know what? I think it's amazing. You know, we ask you, how do you reckon it started? Oh, well, you know what? I read it in some spiritual thing or something. No, it's got.
As you
it's
know
a
well,
pump-
my friends,
As
the
if it's
farmers know of the secret of the pumpkins.
Well, yes.
And
Yeah,
of course, he thought he saw a ghost stealing one of his pumpkins.
So to him, it looked like a floating pumpkin. So he thought, it's a bit weird.
Bloody hell.
So
Floating pumpkin, right?
Yeah.
Wait, no. So how did he work out it was a ghost stealing his pumpkin?
cause it was just floating away.
So he came to the logical conclusion that there was a ghost. But did he know what ghosts were before this?
Probably not.
How did he say? What
But they might have found out about it. I don't know.
do you mean found out about it?
Well, found out about a ghost.
I found a ghost.
Tell me, Lloyd.
Handcuffed a ghost.
Tell
to
me,
this
Lloyd.
wall.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
No.
Do you
And
believe?
do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in paranormal activity?
Electric Boogaloo.
Mate, 4 now. We've been there.
I think well, there's some stuff that can't really be explained. Like there's cases when people say they've seen ghosts, but
What do you think? Do you reckon? What would you do if you? What would you do if you saw a ghost
trying
in your own home? What if you were lying in bed, right,
Mm.
and you woke up in the night, restless. You know, you got the sweats. Oh,
Big lightning bolts outside your window.
Yeah, there's thunder. There's everything.
You got your
there was a big
garlic
flash.
hanging over your bed, and a cross next to you and a steak.
Yeah. But there was a big flash of lightning, and as the flash of lightning lit up your room, you saw something at the end of your bed. What would you do?
Well, first I'd freak out.
You never had anything.
Sorry, you wouldn't just like, you know, I don't. What do you mean just freak out? I mean,
I'll just freeze and be like, oh, hang on, what's that?
hang
Spend like
about.
5 seconds
What's
just
that?
kind of inspecting it.
But then
First
I'd
I'd reach
probably
for my
be like
glasses because I got terrible vision. Oh wait, it's
Mm.
just my bed sheets on my wall.
in the dark I will.
What?
In the dark I will.
Right.
Well, I'll see him in the flash, but
So you've seen it in the
Um,
flash.
I'll probably be like, hello, is there anyone there?
Hello.
Fancy a cuppa, you know.
You gotta get your greetings out.
We'll
of the way
make
first,
sure
and
if
there's a
there
man
is,
just in
see
your
if he
bedroom.
A few
can,
biscuits, you know.
see if he can communicate with me.
There's a ghost.
Yeah, but he might be able to speak.
Alright.
And then if he can, then I'll ask, why are you there?
Yeah,
What
but
are you in my room for? What are you doing here?
the process would be, hello, is anyone there? Would you like a cuppa or some biscuits? What are you in my
Well,
room
I
for?
didn't say
That's
the-
your last question.
I didn't say the cup of it.
Oh, right. So you're not even going to offer him a cup of tea?
No, because
Where's your manners?
You want to know why he's there first.
Where's your
You
manners?
left that
Then if he
question
can't
to
speak, then I'll just forget about it, try and go back to
Oh,
sleep.
forget. So you're just
So
leaving
he's
there.
still there.
If you don't- if you don't
Leaving
speak.
there, watching over here.
I wouldn't get up.
You know, you're fine where you are, mate. So
You don't know if he could hear you or not, so you don't know if
So you just think, never mind.
Do you not think that if someone was standing at the end of your bed just watching you sleep, do you not think that would be...
When did I get into prison?
Yeah. I mean...
Well, it would be weird, but
Exactly.
you don't want to.
You wouldn't just
No.
go back to sleep, would you?
Not in
if
his
it's-
world.
If
only
it is a
weird
ghost,
thing.
then from what I've heard, ghosts can't hurt you.
What if it was a friendly ghost?
Casper. So if Casper turned up at the bottom of your
A little
what
cartoon
would you
friend.
do?
Oh,
Hello, friend.
Just took you on a
Since you know
magic
he's
adventure.
friendly, then you get on with him, wouldn't you?
Just have a chat
I
with
guess
you.
so.
Yes.
Would you offer him a cuppa?
I'm gonna go straight through him.
So you wouldn't even offer him a cuppa?
Have you seen the film?
No.
Well, I'm taking if it was from the film, food would just fall out.
Yeah, it does.
It's the thought that counts.
I know, but it'd be a bit weird. Think, hang on, I'm talking
Not
to
the
a ghost.
ghost,
Yeah,
Oh, whatever then.
talking to a ghost. Be a bit weird.
I guess it would be really. You know, but that's
Yeah,
why we've got
it-
these questions in
It
it.
would freak me out seeing
A ghost.
It would be a bit strange.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Are we moving on then to?
Yeah. Now, we're actually gonna start a. This is just a little feature for this week. But if it hits off pretty well, then we might
Yeah.
we might continue it.
If one person says. something,
Yeah,
who
basically, if we
knows?
get one like, we might continue it. But it is from a book called Mysteries of the Unexpected, of which Lloyd will Lloyd will pick out a small section. Hear that? Yeah, you can hear it. He's got a whop-off book. Mysteries of the Unexpected. Now, Lloyd, can you just read some of the contents, just for the listeners to actually?
Get a
So
kind
we're
of
gonna
idea of
read
what-
some of the contents page for
an
you. Just
idea
to,
of what we've got on hand.
yeah, what we've got here.
Well, the first page says Mysteries of the Unexplained.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
So some of the contents, just the
there's-
titles.
Well, the
First off, there's Mysteries of the Unexplained.
the endless search for answers
There you are. That's yeah.
beyond the walls of time,
Wow.
unearthly fates, monsters and more, the inadequate sky, and
The what?
oh,
Brilliant. Genius.
The unquiet sky.
unquiet
The
sky.
unetiquette sky. Wow.
Oh, I
And,
love it. You know what? He stopped for so long and he had to work out what.
Just checking you have passed your GCSEs, haven't you?
And the last one,
Oh, God.
probably one of my
You have
favourites.
passed your SATs, haven't you? Right.
Your
Go
success.
on, oh,
probably
that's
one of my
incredible.
favourite in the realms of miracles.
Okay, so
Why
Lloyd,
is that your favourite?
Lloyd, if you'd like to
Don't
go
do that.
to your section now, which he has prepared, prepared a page
has he got
that
a
he
little
wanted.
bookmark?
You have prepared, haven't you, Lloyd?
Well, I'm just gonna pick one that I like.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking Halloween theme. I might go with monsters and more.
Go on then.
Page
Okay.
136. Let's have a look.
So what's that page?
Well, this is going to be riveting for the
Yeah.
listeners, you know. This
So,
is Lloyd.
Right.
opening.
This is a bit of spookiness for you. Okay.
Just having a look for a
let's-
good part.
Any inadequate things?
So you might want to speak, Lloyd. That, you know, this is
I'm
a
trying to
podcast.
find.
It's
Yeah,
fine,
the
so
the two Canadian duck hunters.
right.
The
Okay.
terrifying tale of the two Canadian duck hunters.
terrifying tale of the Canadian duck.
So now that you're sufficiently spooked,
Now you're
prepare yourselves for the tale of the two Canadian duck hunters. This is sure to be terrifying.
Here we go. Here we go.
Two Canadian duck hunters who were working on the rocky shore of South Pender Island of Vancouver, British Columbia. First unlikely game of the morning.
You know, your monotone
February
voice
4th.
really sets the atmosphere.
You're
Lloyd.
really doing a good job.
Well, I don't
I'd
do
love
that.
to listen to you read Harry
Why don't you
Potter.
do it in a different
Or-
voice, guy? A different
Yeah.
accent. Can you do
Oh.
a different accent?
Well, what do you want?
Anything.
Go on, South African.
No,
Oh.
anything.
Just try South African.
Just anything.
bringing down a...
Oh God, no!
I don't even
know what that was.
I can't do all the accents, can I?
All right.
Do you want me to read it out? I'll read it out for you.
Go on.
Where have you started from? The tale of the two Canadian duck hunters.
Oh gosh.
The two Canadian duck hunters were working on the rocky shore of South Pender. Oh, South Pender Island, my mistake. Off of Vancouver, British Columbia. Flushed unlikely game on the morning of February the 4th, 1934. Bringing down a duck that flopped, badly wounded, into the water. And it made the sound of a wolf. Cyril H. Andrews and Norman Georgeson hopped onto their small boat to retrieve it. As they approached their bird, they saw a head and two loops or segments of something quite unfamiliar rising clear of the water. Mesmerized, the hunters watched the monster, which was only 10 feet away. As it opened its large mouth, gulped down the duck, snapped at several seagulls, and then sank from the view. They noted its saw-like teeth, its pointed tongue, its grey, brown coloration, and the horse-like shape of its head. Andrews leaped ashore and ran for a phone, rushing to the lock, Justice of the Peace, G.F. Parkland of Bedwell Harbour, and several others arrived in time to see the creature swimming about 20 yards from the shore, its body undulating rhythmically, and its head apparently resting on the water. Andrews had estimated it to be about 40 feet in length and 2 to... Yeah, so that's about it, I think.
Well, I don't know about any of you. I mean, I was just listening to that as well as you, listeners, and I'm pretty sure
That was shit.
Gosh, my
Look,
I'm you know
What
I'm, just,
that wasn't scary at all.
I'm trembling with fear.
You're the only one.
well, there's no need to...
Brilliant. Right. Okay. So that was
terrifying.
a segment.
I'm glad we had that.
From that. Yeah.
You've been reading
That was
this book
obviously
so much.
brilliant.
What about what you read about the man with one foot?
What about Bigfoot?
No, Bigfoot's been hurt.
There's
No, everyone
pictures
knows
of
about
This
that.
is a
though.
podcast. We ain't getting no fucking pictures on here.
Do monsters really fly?
Do monsters exist? That is.
Now you see, no one. This is a
I'll tell you
podcast.
what.
so
No, I'll
one
tell you
can
what. I'll tell
see
you what's
this
going to
is.
happen. I'll tell you what's going to happen.
What is that meant to be?
You know what? I don't even know what
This
that is.
book is stupid.
Now let me tell you what's going to happen. I'm putting my foot down here, right? Okay, I am going to choose a random section. Okay, a random section in the book that completely random, and I'm gonna see what's there, and then we'll see.
Wow.
We're gonna see what Lloyd thinks about this. Okay.
You can see a picture of a man on a motorcycle.
Okay.
Mysteries of the unexplained.
3 men on a train.
Shit. 3 men on a train? Now that does not happen.
3 Englishmen travelling by train in Peru, one day in the 1920s, found themselves to be the only occupants of their passenger car. Introducing themselves, they discovered that the first man's surname was Bingham. Oh my gosh! I'm not even joking. It was that.
What?
This, I swear to God, that this has literally been chosen
Whoa.
completely randomly.
What the heck?
First surname was Bingham, and the second man's Powell. The third man was Bingham Powell.
Oh, is that actually I thought you were just taking them.
No, that is the real.
Bingham Powell.
And that's a first-hand report to the editors. It says.
You gotta kind of.
That's weird, isn't it?
Not really.
No, it's weird that I picked a completely random page,
Yeah.
and
Well, I guess so.
it happens
I
to
don't want no
feature.
man at the end of my bed now. You know, you've
Oh,
jinxed
that's weird,
stuff.
isn't it?
Hello, Lloyd. Yeah, in the middle of the night. Greetings, Lloyd.
Oh,
My name
gosh.
is Bingham Powell.
That is so strange. That
What's
is.
it about?
What do you think it's about, genius?
Well, basically, the scariness of the story was the fact that there was 3 people on the train, of which the first man, his surname was Bingham, the second man was Powell, The third man was Bingham Powell.
Yeah, it's kind of like a joke. When you explain it, it's not that
Okay,
good.
I'm going to go to another one here. This is called A Bouncing Baby.
Bouncing. A bouncing baby.
A bouncing baby.
Okay. Truly terrifying.
Joseph Ficklock was walking down a street in Detroit in the 1930s when a baby fell on him from a high window.
No.
A year later, the same baby fell on him again from the same window. Figlock and baby both survived.
Figlock.
Yeah, there you are.
That's not even.
I don't.
That's as much as it
These
goes.
aren't even scary. This is stupid.
Okay, right.
Well, whilst we wait for Greg to find some suitably scary stories, that's a bit of alliteration there as well. Lloyd, is there anything else you want to talk about? You know, Halloween related?
Space.
It's
Aliens.
It's not exactly Halloween. Okay, aliens.
I've been watching a few programs lately about life in space,
It's good.
and basically I think
You been watching that Richard Dawkins?
no,
You do know who Richard Dawkins is.
I've heard of him. Don't know who he
He's
is.
not a boxer. Just saying. In case
So
that's-
I've heard of him. But I don't know
I
who he
think I
is.
saw him on Sky Sports the other day.
Could have.
No.
Yeah, and basically how I reckon there's life in there, and I don't know about in my lifetime if we'll see them.
See you?
Extraterrestrial.
Right.
But I'd love to because
It's
I
you
just
know
love
what?
to know
Lloyd
that.
has an incredible fascination with space. Literally on the way over here, he was telling me his interest in space,
Go on,
and he said about hotels being in space.
I saw this in the programme because they said, well, NASA's the only people who've took men into space so far,
No.
or people,
No,
animals.
no. Animals? What are you talking about?
Well, you're not.
NASA isn't the only people to ever take people into
I was
space.
getting to that. People think there is, but I've watched a programme of a private company who have built this ship and they flew up, and basically there was a man in space.
Right. Go on, keep going. I'm listening.
And he threw Skittles in the air to prove he was in space because they were floating.
Skittles is in
The sweet
sweet.
Skittles. He took them out of his sleeve pocket, threw them in the air. They were floating everywhere, and they've basically got plans to build hotels in space.
So NASA's the only people who've ever sent people into space.
No,
You just said they were.
no, they're not.
Who? Okay. But you just said they were.
They're not though.
Who else has?
This people on about. They're called.
So it's NASA and these people you're on about who throw
Well,
Skittles
there's
in space.
probably other people as well.
You said there weren't anybody else.
No, there's no other governments. I mean, like, okay, I worded that wrong. There's no private funded people who have sent people into space.
Private funded. It's
Yeah.
not government funded.
No.
So you're saying that NASA didn't used to be government funded.
They are though.
They're not anymore.
Well, I don't know.
They did used to be.
Well, I thought. I've just been watching.
Also,
I've just been watching.
have you ever heard of a
Discovery
man
Channel.
called Yuri Gagarin?
No.
Very famous man. You know, quite a few people might have heard his name. Russian. Also known as the first man to ever go into space. Strangely, I don't want to blow your mind here, didn't work with NASA.
Well,
he is sent up by the Soviets.
Have you ever heard of the space race?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never heard of him.
You've never heard of Yuri Gagarin?
Rings a bell.
Rings a bell. I think I saw him on Sky Sports the other night. I think he was fighting Richard Dawkins. I think he was boxing with Richard Dawkins. It was
Well,
a title fight. Yuri Gagarin versus Richard Dawkins.
That'd be on the same.
No one came out the same.
But it makes me.
You're an
wonder,
interesting mind, you are.
if people go to space, would we be able to live in? Not because we're already living in space technically.
Well, depends what you mean.
But I mean,
sure,
okay,
our planet is surrounded by space.
So I'm saying, eventually, what would be good if people can actually live in outer space.
Do you mean without helmets?
Yeah, as in
How's
like,
that gonna
build because they've got the National
Space station.
but like ones like that which have luxury rooms, like hotels.
Right. But okay, I kind of get what you mean, but
But also, if
it's gonna be pretty difficult.
could live on Mars.
Oh, that's just a small thing. You know? You'd rather live in space.
Yeah, but on Mars would be pretty good.
Well, yeah, I guess if you really
What would you
enjoy
do, Lloyd?
desolate red waste.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you get the Eden Project.
I think
If
you
stick
get to
that on
Mars.
I love how he thinks it's just like a kind
I
of.
know,
The first step is just right. Here's what it is. It's simple. Get the Eden Project. Put it on Mars. He's got all the answers. You know.
Yeah.
It's the first and easiest step.
Lloyd,
just
I
grab
think
the
you know
Eden
what,
Project.
I
and
think
flick
you
it up
would-
there.
I think you would get to Mars.
Make a
you'd
replica on
look
Mars.
about for a bit, and then you'd want a Starbucks
He'd want to
or
go
something like that, and you wouldn't
He'd
be able. to...
tired.
Yeah.
He'd say, "Oh, I've had enough.
I've had enough of this. I fancy a kip.
Yeah.
It takes quite a bit to get there.
Yeah. How many humans have been on Mars?
No one.
Duh. So we'll just
but
take the Eden
I'm
Project.
I'm not saying like now, like straight away. I mean in the future.
That one in the future.
30 years.
I'd love to hear your estimations, your scientific estimations.
30 years.
Why 30 years?
Because think how far technology's gone in the last 10 years.
Right.
It's kind of doubled up. So
You know, iPhones.
yeah, but compared to the 1980s, say look at the phone then, look
The
at the phone now.
1980s, you know, we had nothing back then, did we?
Yeah, but come on, look at the phones and technology.
No. You not find anything in
No,
Lloyd's
I'm not. I'm
Necronomicon?
disappointed actually, Lloyd. In that
Not my
book,
fault.
Mysteries of the Unexplained.
Ah!
I don't even know if we'll be able to make it a regular feature because
Because there's fuck all
there's
in
just
there.
nothing in there. Well, there's stuff in there, but it's just not even.
Come on, let's give him
It's
one
not
last
even-
attempt, see if you can find anything interesting in there. What's that? The Reverend...
Some odd things.
Some odd things. Blang!
Some odd things.
Okay, take it away then.
Some odd things happened in Bimbrook, Lincolnshire, England, around the end of the 1904. In December,
1904.
the Reverend A.C. Constance said
Sorry,
the
what?
object
MC
I-
what?
Yours, MC.
A.C. Constance
Custard. Custard.
Constance
Customs, right.
said that objects
Objects.
were being hurled
It's like
about
having a
and
bloody reading
sometimes
class here,
catching
isn't it?
fire.
Objects, yeah, you
at
keep,
the
keep
rectory.
training
Biff.
with your finger.
Chip. Kipper.
A month later, a Binbrook farmer walked into his kitchen and saw the servant girl busy sweeping.
Oh my god.
He's reading
Oblivious of the
Cinderella.
flames leaping from the back of her dress. He shouted to her and rushed to smother the flames, but she was badly burnt.
That's it.
And
And that's what the book has to offer. Look,
I think
How long
we've reached the
I think we've
conclusion
got
of
to the
the
conclusion of this Halloween
episode.
special.
It's been
I hope
truly
that you're
terrifying.
all absolutely, oh gosh,
I've been
you're
shocked
freaking
by-
out so much.
You've shocked me, Lloyd, with how stupid one person can actually be. The things you've said today are just unbelievable. I don't know.
Well done.
I'm speechless now.
So, I'm going to say goodnight. We're going to say goodnight.
He's pulling them bells again in the shirt.
Happy Halloween. Have a good Halloween, whatever you're doing.
But have a lovely Halloween.
Whether you're trick-or-treating, whether you're going to a party,
You know.
whether you're going out. And we'll see you next year for Halloween, but we'll do another podcast very shortly. Christmas, we will be doing a Christmas special, and we will be having special guests.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, stay tuned to see the special guests.
So
If
rate,
we can
comment,
fade out
like
to the
and
Munsters,
subscribe.
that would be awesome.
Yeah. So that's.
Can we get the Munsters as a finish thing? Munsters.
So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for listening.
Farewell.